guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm an illustrator and a content creator, and I really like to help small businesses in any way that I can. As you can see from the title of this video, I'm talking about a taboo subject today, and that is income streams and money. Now, always torn whether to talk about these kind of things, but looking back to 2 years ago when I was starting my business, I needed all the help I could get, and I really struggled to get advice from illustrators, small businesses on what to do, what income streams to look into, how much it would bring me. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to sit down and do it. I'm 2 years into this business now. I have quite a few different income streams, some that are really good, really consistent, some that aren't the best, but I'm really glad that I have them. So I thought I would sit down and go through them with you. So if you've not got a notebook, go and grab one now, because hopefully you'll be taking some notes. Now I'm going to chat through the 9 different income streams I kind of currently have and have had in the past 12 months. I really hope you leave this video with a few ideas for different income streams that you can look into. It would be so beneficial to have more than one. So if you are sat watching this video right now, you have one source of income, it's the only thing you rely on, this video is for you. So first up on this list, which by the way, there's no order to it, it's so random. The first thing I have is speaking events. Now I haven't done any in-person speaking events for a few years now, just because of COVID, but I have been doing quite a few virtually. So this is where you can be asked to talk to maybe a group of students at college or university. You could chat to a company, you could give an online course. The main thing that I do is speaking to students, and I'm so fortunate that I have colleges and universities reach out to me and ask for an hour of my time to chat to those students, and I get paid for it. The pay is normally pretty good as well. For an hour's talk I can get about £150, and I'm basically just chatting through the things that I love and I know about and I feel confident talking about. So if this sounds like something you could do, maybe you have experience in a certain area, maybe you are an expert in your field, then reach out. Why not reach out to some universities and colleges? I can tell you now, they're always looking for industry professionals. They're always looking for people that are out there and doing it and they can talk to their students. So put that down on your list to reach out to some universities and colleges. Next up on my list is ads and brand deals. Now, this isn't one that I do much. I won't lie, I get a lot of offers to do ads on Instagram, on YouTube, and to work with different brands. And I would say 85% of them I turn down because they're not the right fit for my audience. I wouldn't buy the product, so I don't feel comfortable selling it. There's so many different reasons, which I won't go into on here, but they can be really great. They can be a nice little earner. Now, I haven't done that many that I was actually paid for. The majority of brand deals that I've worked on, I've been given the product for free for a review, that kind of deal. But if this sounds like something you want to get into, you don't need to have crazy amount of followers. I was getting emails from different brands when I had maybe 2,000 followers, something like that. Just make it really clear on your social media and on your website what your email address is, because that's how I get contacted. But yeah, I don't think it would ever be a massive income source unless you had loads of followers, but it can definitely be a little earner for you. So next on my list is affiliate links, and this is one that really excites me because this really is passive income. Now what I mean by passive income is it's something that you set up, you take the time to set up, and then it can just bring you money going forward and you don't need to put any extra work in. You buy a product, for example this camera that I'm filming on, I buy it on Amazon, right? I then do a blog post talking about the camera. Maybe I do a video showing you how to use the camera. When I put my description underneath the video and I put a link for the item, I can put an affiliate link. Now what that means is it's a special link that somebody can click, and it means when they buy using my link, I get a little commission. It's no extra to the buyer. It just means that Amazon pays me a little bit for kind of promoting that product. Now, I do it for most things. So underneath this YouTube video, all the links, if you can see a little star, I have marked that as an affiliate link, and it just means I get a little bit of money. So if, like me, you have a YouTube channel, whether you just like to tell your friends about the products you're buying, set yourself up with affiliate links. There's so many different ways to do it. Amazon have their own Amazon Associates page, so look out for that. But most websites will have refer a friend, or you know, different incentives to try and get your friends on board. There's so many different rules around it and how you need to declare them, so look into that if you're going to use them, but it can really bring you in some money. Some months I have done really well with affiliate links. For example, if I share my cricket machine that's behind me, if somebody buys a cricket machine using my link, I can get over £10 a machine. It's amazing, and it's no extra work for me. Like, I put the link on a video once and it can be used forever. Next up on my list is in-person events, craft fairs, markets, conventions, all things like that. Again, because of COVID, I've not been able to do many. I've done a few virtual events, but I'm starting to get back out there and doing actual craft fairs, markets. I'm doing a festival soon. They can be hit and miss. You know, there's many times I've gone to like craft fairs and markets, not made a single sale, which is not great. Sometimes I've gone to markets and it's just been insane. So if you're thinking about doing craft fairs, I have a whole top tips on craft fairs, so I'll leave that linked below. But yeah, that can be a really great source of income. Next up on my list is freelance work. Now, I don't do as much freelance work anymore, and that's because my other sources of income, what I'm going to chat about in a minute, have really taken off. But over the past 12 months, I have definitely worked freelance on different projects. Now, freelance just basically means I work for other companies. I work for animation studios because I have a background in animation. I charge a daily rate. I work on projects, I design characters, and I get paid for my time working on those projects. Now, it's not the easiest thing to get into. I kind of fell into it really back in 2014, I think. I was looking for work in-house. I was really struggling. I sent my CV off to an animation studio and they didn't have a job for me, but they had a small project that they needed an illustrator to work on. And then I was hired for, I think, a week to work on that. And that's kind of how my freelance work started. So I don't promote my freelance work. I occasionally get the odd email from animation studios asking to do a day's work here and there, and I might say yes. So it is a nice little bit of income for me, but it's definitely not my main source of income. Okay, next one is commissions. I've chatted about commissions a lot on my studio vlogs, if you watch studio vlogs of mine. This used to be my main source of income. So I used to charge a fee to draw people, draw their families. I'll put some examples on the screen, but this was my only source of income at one point. And it can be a really great source of income. I just slowly started to not enjoy doing them. Is that a good way to say it? It was quite a big stress for me to do. I was fortunate that I was getting quite a lot of emails about it and I was really, really busy. But yeah, I just started putting them on Etsy and that's how I used to sell them. And I used to sell quite a few every month, and it used to pay my bills. So yeah, if you are looking into doing commissions, portraits, it can be a great source of income. Do your research. I can maybe do another tips video, or maybe I have done a tips video. I'll have a look and link it below if I have. But yeah, it can be really, really great. Okay, we're now getting into like my last 4 income sources, and these are the ones that really do bring me my income every month. The next one is YouTube. So like you're watching this video now, I upload videos every week, and because I have over 1,000 subscribers, it means that I am eligible to be paid, basically. So every time somebody watches my videos, maybe they watch the adverts at the beginning of them, I get a very, very, very small amount of money. But because my views are growing, my subscribers are growing, that income is growing every month. And this is another great passive income source. So videos that I uploaded 2 years ago, you know, they maybe took a while to make, but I haven't touched them since. Those are still bringing me income every month. And that's because people are watching them every single month. So right now, I have just over 8,000 subscribers. I don't post that often, and I get between 150 and 200 pounds a month posting 1 video a week. Although it's not a massive source of income, based on the time I put into it, it's actually really good for me. It's a really good source of income. Now, if I uploaded more videos, which, you know, I could do, if I put more time into uploading more videos, I'll probably grow faster and hopefully I'd get more views and then a more higher source of income. So yeah, if you're looking into starting a YouTube channel, doing videos, it can grow into a really amazing source of income. The trick is to start making videos early on and really build your catalogue of videos and not worry too much in the beginning that you're not making any money, because 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, when you have loads of videos and your subscribers are growing, that's when the income comes in and that's when it pays off. I think a few people give up early on because it's really hard to grow, and I mean, for me, that first 6 months it was just so hard to grow, but now it's just amazing, and I'm so grateful every month when I get my little paycheck from YouTube. So my next two sources of income are kind of linked, and that's because they are from my online shop. Now I have two online shops. I have an Etsy store and I have my website, and I treat these as two separate sources of income. Now my website shop is where I spend the most of my time promoting and, you know, creating content for there, and that brings me a great income. I have to say it's not a very consistent income. So, you know, around the holidays, Christmas, I do really well, and then some months it dips and I really struggle some months with my shop. But because I have all these other sources of income, it's absolutely fine. Now the other source of income, my Etsy shop, I don't promote my Etsy shop. I almost treat that as passive income because I upload products to there and I leave it. I don't promote it, I don't share it. So if people are buying on there, they're just searching for me. And you know, obviously purchasing. Etsy, I definitely don't make as much money on Etsy as I do on Wix. I don't know the exact amount though. Let me have a look on the last 30 days and see if I can tell you some figures. Yeah, so I've got my figures up for the last 30 days. This is showing figures from the middle of June till the middle of July. My website shop, I made £2,800 worth of sales on that shop. So this is where I put all my traffic into. It's my main place for my online shop. Now the same time, over on Etsy, a place that I don't promote and I just rely on people searching for, I made £200. So you can see there the massive difference. But bearing in mind, I don't put anything into Etsy. I don't promote Etsy. I just leave my listings up there and kind of hope for the best. And it's made more than my YouTube income. Is pretty good. So I would say it's not bad to have an Etsy shop and your website. I would say promote your website more. You'll probably find the fees are less, and it's kind of good to draw traffic to your own website, but have an Etsy shop there. I'm so glad I didn't close mine. We've come to my final source of income. I wouldn't say it's my biggest source of income because I've just told you how much I earned on my shop last month, but it's my most consistent income, and that is my Patreon. So I have a Patreon which I started in November of 2019, and it's a place for me to help small businesses and to share my illustration work and do things like that, and I have really tried my hardest to grow it as much as possible. And right now I'm over 400 patrons, so it's going so well and I'm so thrilled. And looking at my figures, it brings me at the minute between 1,800 and 2,000 a month, so it's kind of in between those. It like I said, like everything, it like goes up and down every month. It is a lot more reliable than my shop, and it's the one thing I'm so grateful to have, is this consistent income of my Patreon. So if you're thinking of starting a Patreon, it can be the best thing you'll ever do. For me, it was the best thing I ever did. I have some tips on launching a Patreon and starting it, and that is, I think, my most watched video. Again, I will leave that linked below and go and watch it. But yeah, it can be wonderful. So there we go. Those are my 9 sources of income right now and kind of over the past year. Some of them I don't really do as much anymore, but hopefully it makes you see that I don't just rely on one bit of income. I rely on multiple sources of income, and if one month my shop doesn't do well, I have my Patreon, I have my YouTube channel. Again, if like 100 people left tomorrow, it would be awful. But I have my shop, I have my YouTube, I have all these other bits. So yeah, I hope you can see the importance of having multiple streams, and it can be really fun to look into these different sources and have them come in. The excitement of like opening an email from YouTube to see how much I've earned this month, it is really exciting. So hopefully you've made a note of a few ideas that you're going to look into. So I've made a list of 4 other ideas of things that I'm looking into at the minute as more sources of income for me as a business. So the first one is wholesale. I currently don't sell wholesale. I don't sell my products to be in other shops, but I'm definitely looking into it. Right now I'm building like a brochure catalogue of my products to send out to shops, but I just think that could be another great source of income, to have other shops and businesses selling my products. Another one I'm looking into is online courses. So these can be amazing. If you have, you know, skills, if you have experience, if you can teach somebody something, it doesn't even need to be at a high level. If you have some skills that you can teach, put time aside to build an online course. Film all the footage, edit it together, get it online on somewhere like Skillshare or something. And that again is a passive income because you've took the time to make the content, you've put it on there, and people can download it for years and years and years to come. So it's something I'm definitely looking into with my illustration side of the business. So yeah, follow me on Instagram if you want to see how that's going. Another good one is digital assets. Now, this is one that I definitely haven't done and I don't even know where to start. But creating brushes, creating fonts, creating anything digital that you can make once and put online for people to download without it taking any time for you can be a great source of passive income. So if you've got really good handwriting, make a font, let people download it. If you can make brushes on Procreate, make a whole brush pack and put it online. These are the kind of things that excites me because you can put so much work into it, but it's then available forever. It can bring you income forever. So yeah, look into digital assets. And finally, I've written down print on demand. The same with kind of uploading digital assets and letting people download them forever. Print on demand could be something good as well. So you could come up with a design, you could upload it to a website that prints it onto mugs, t-shirts. You don't have to do a thing. You can just let your artwork go up there and people can download it. And again, that could be a great source of income. I don't think it's the biggest source of income. Like I said, I've not really looked into it. In the past, I've done things like Thoughtful, where you upload a design and people can buy it on greetings cards. I did it for a while, it brought me a little bit of income, but I think there are people out there that make a really decent income from these sorts of websites, so have a look into that too. So there we go, I have shared my sources of income and where I want to go with my business. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and I really hope it's given you some ideas for your business. So if you only have one source of income right now, whether that's a shop, whether that's a Patreon, I hope this has given you some ideas. Like I said, I'm going to leave loads of links below with different videos and websites that you can look at. And I would love to hear if you have any sources of income that I haven't mentioned. That would be amazing to hear. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye guys.